Hey, Nick, good to see you. Today, we are talking about the top 5 reasons to work with an independent advisor. As the markets have become increasingly complex, so too is dealing with most financial companies. There are a lot of large investment companies that are now turning to automation and non-personalized advice. And so I want to just ask the first question. If I'm seeking out an advisor, I feel like what I hear more often than not is that I should be looking for a fiduciary. So what is a fiduciary? What's the fiduciary standard?
Right. Yeah. So over the last several years, you've really seen a push towards a lot of these robo advisors, and they have definitely been a great asset for people to accumulate wealth. But as people go into retirement, they're looking for, more personalized
Right.
advice and stuff. And sometimes you just can't get that on an online chat and so forth. You want to sit down with somebody to go in. And, the one big question that I always get is, are you a fiduciary? And it usually turns into, well, what is the fiduciary standard and how does that, how does it entail with your company? And one of the big things about that is you want somebody on your side that's looking out for your best interests and stuff. And that's what the fiduciary standard is. Not only, at the point that you obtain them as an advisor, but you want that as an ongoing basis throughout your entire retirement.
It means that you are beholden to acting on the client's best interest, not your own,
Correct.
right? Yeah.
Exactly.
That
That is
seems rather important
make
to me.
sure, yeah, make sure they're acting in your best interest, not just in the best interest for the company that they're working
Right.
for.
Right. So in the past few years, of course, the entire financial landscape has changed. We've talked about it before. Millions have decided to retire early. We've seen new record highs in the equity markets. And so people are increasingly seeking out that personalized advice. In fact, there's been an 18% increase in clients who are now working with independent advisors. What do you think is behind that jump?
Right. And, I think it goes back to that first question. People are looking for more personalized advice. They can go out and they can research on Google and any other search engine out there about different ways to plan for their retirement, but everybody's completely different. We
Mhm.
want to make sure that those plans match up to your goals and your objectives for retirement.
And that means that you kind of have a lot of products to choose from depending on the client. You can kind of shop the market.
Right. Yeah. We've got a universe of solutions that are available. We're not tied to one specific company that
Mhm,
says you've got to make these sales goals and all that kind of stuff.
mhm.
I don't like that part of it. I want to be able to do what's best for our clients and put them in the right places and give them the best chance to succeed.
And I know something else that you really pride yourself on is fee transparency.
Right. Yep. Exactly. And you've got to be able to understand what that fee is, what you're getting for that fee, and how that is going to play into your retirement. You want to make sure we can look at some things that have very low fees, but you're going to ride the waves of the up and down markets. We could also look at some high fee products, and is that going to accomplish your goals? Or can we find some ways to meet in the middle and minimize the high fees, find ways to find a little bit more management from those lower fee, products as well.
Okay. And now, how would you, as an independent advisor, measure success for your clients?
Right. So this is a big thing. I've thought long and hard about this question. And, I think about it every time I'm sitting there with a client. And one of the big ways I measure success is, how comfortable, that person is in retirement. Most people don't get to retirement and say, wow, I can't wait till I can buy X, Y, and Z, product, or I can invest in this asset and so forth. They want to be able to enjoy their retirement, to know that they're going to be able to have the income in their retirement and to last them, through their dying days. So we want to make sure that each person is accomplishing their goals in retirement, and that's different for every single client that we meet with.
Yeah, accountability about you too as a small business, right?
Right. So
And
yeah,
now,
it's one of those things that we're in a small town, and
right.
we come from a small area where everybody knows everybody, and we want to make sure that we can make this the best thing for each person and for each client to have that success, and we're accountable for that.
Right. And I know, and also very sincere in that desire as well. So, last question. I think that this is so emotionally charged, right? Because, Nick, how do I know if I'm handing over my life savings, all my retirement money to you? How do I know that it's secure?
Correct. And I tell this to every client that we meet with and every prospect, whether you do business with us or any other advisor that's out there, make sure you have a reputable custodian, somebody that's going to be hanging on to that money, that you're getting monthly or quarterly statements, from them. You understand what you're getting into. You've seen that name brand, whether it's TD Ameritrades or Fidelities or Vanguards or, whoever it is. We want to make sure that you're not being duped, by that advisor.
Right. Exactly. No, you've said it well. Now it's the custodian who has your money. You're not going home, Nick, and putting it in your bank account. So
No, not going
even though I
that
do
way.
trust you. If somebody has questions about why working with an independent advisor may be better for them, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Yeah, so you can reach out to us on our website, eikenberryretirement.com. There you'll find a long list of all of these videos that we've done in the past to be able to do some of that research by yourself, and then sit down and meet with us. You can also schedule appointments online from our website, and you can also call in at 937-498-1128.
That's great. All right, Nick, thank you so much.
Thanks, Erin.